We will now dive into family courts. Please take note that all of the discussion with regards to uh, the courts from the Supreme Court up until now, and then we'll go to MTC, are all based on civil code. So civil procedure, I mean. Okay. Let's go to family court. Family courts have exclusive original jurisdiction over the following. One, petitions for guardianship, custody of children, and habeas corpus in relation to children. Number two, petitions for adoption of children and revocation thereof. Complaints for annulment of marriage, declaration of nullity of marriage, and those relating to status and property relations of husband and wife, or those living together under different status and agreements, and petitions for dissolution of conjugal partnership of gains. Next would be petitions for support and acknowledgement. Summary judicial proceedings brought under the provisions of Family Code, petitions for declaration of status of children as abandoned, dependent, or neglected children, voluntary or involuntary commitment for children, suspension, termination, and restoration of parental authority, and other cases cognizable under PD 603, EO 56 of the 1986, and other related laws. If you look, since it's family court, it's all regarding parents and children's and its peripherals. We go to municipal trial court. The MTC exercises exclusive original jurisdiction over civil actions where the value of the personal property, estate, or amount of the demand does not exceed 300,000 outside of Metro Manila or not more than 400,000 within Metro Manila. The jurisdictional amount does not include the following: interest, damages of whatever kind, attorney's fees, litigation expenses, and cost. Although excluded in determining the jurisdiction of the court, the above items, however, shall be included in the determination of the filing fees. Next would be the exclusion of the term damages of whatever kind in determining the jurisdictional amount applies to cases where the damages or interest are merely incidental to or a consequence of the main cause of action. However, in cases where the claim for damages are in or interest is the main cause of action or one of the causes of action, the amount of such claim shall be considered in determining the jurisdiction of the court. The totality rule. Under the totality rule, where there are several claims or causes of action between the same or different parties embodied in the same complaint, the amount of the demand shall be the totality of the claim in all the causes of action, irrespective of whether the causes of action arose out of the same or different transaction. Section 33, paragraph 1, PP 129 as amended. The MTC has exclusive original, remember, exclusive original jurisdiction over civil actions where the value of the personal property in controversy does not exceed 300,000 outside of Metro Manila or does not exceed 400,000 in Metro Manila. The MTC has exclusive original over probate proceedings, testate and intestate, extrajudicial, where the gross value of the estate does not exceed again 300,000 to 400,000 within Metro Manila. The MTC has exclusive original jurisdiction to grant provisional remedies in proper. Note, this rule presupposes that the MTC has jurisdiction over the principal action. The MTC exercises to exercise delegated jurisdiction in cadastral land registration cases, covering lots where there is no controversy or opposition, or contested lots, the value of which does not exceed 100,000, as may be delegated by the Supreme Court. Next, the MTC has also been conferred by law a special jurisdiction to hear and decide petitions of habeas corpus in the absence of the regional trial court judges in the provinces or city. So that is an exception. The MTC has exclusive jurisdiction over cases falling under the 1991 Rules of Summary Procedure and Rules of Procedure for small claim cases. The MTC has exclusive original jurisdiction over forcible entry in unlawful detainer cases, action interdictal. The MTC has also exclusive original jurisdiction over civil actions under involving title or possession of real property or any interest therein, where the assessed value of the property or interest therein does not exceed 20,000 outside of Metro Manila or 50,000 in Metro Manila. The jurisdiction of the court under RAs 7691 over the action involving title to or possession of the land is determined by the assessed value of the said property and not the market value. Note, the above rule excludes real actions of forcible entry in unlawful detainer cases, which are within the exclusive original of MTC, regardless of the assessed value of the property involved. An action involving title to real property means the plaintiff cause of action is based on the claim that he owns such property or that he has legal rights to have exclusive control, possession, enjoyment, and disposition of the same. A complaint must allege the assessed value of the property to determine which court has jurisdiction over the case. If the assessed value is not alleged in the complaint, the action should be dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. Exception: the non-inclusion of the assessed value on the face of the complaint is not fatal if attached to the complaint is a tax declaration showing the assessed value of the property. Next would be inquiring to the allegations of the complaint and the relief sought. Jurisdiction had always stressed the need to inquire into the material allegations of the complaint and the character of the relief sought in order to determine the nature of and the subject matter of the petition or complaint. Irrespective of whether the petitioner or complainant is entitled to any or such relief, petitioner's argument that the present action is one incapable of pecuniary estimation, considering that it is for annulment of deed of sale and partition is not well taken. As stated above, the nature of the action is not determined by what is stated in the caption of the complaint, but the allegations of the complaint and the relief grade 4. Whereas in this case, the ultimate objective of the plaintiff is to obtain title to real property. It should be filed in the proper court having jurisdiction over assessed value of the property subject thereof. Petitioners argue that the complaint for the annulment of a deed of sale and the partition is incapable of pecuniary estimation, thus falls within the exclusive jurisdiction of RTC. However, the court ruled that the nature of the action is not determined by what is stated in the caption of the complaint, but by the allegations of the complaint and the reliefs prayed for, where the ultimate objective of the plaintiff, like petitioners herein, is to obtain title to real property. It should be filed in the proper court, having jurisdiction over the assessed value of the property subject thereof. So that ends our courts with regards to civil procedure.